Saturday afternoon, the Great Indoors. How you guys doing? Ed here from the Great Indoors, and I'm about to go for a walk. Frank the neighbor just so happens to be out for a walk too. How you guys been? Weather's been pretty hot lately, but it's kind of cooling down. We had a lot of rain last night, and I thought, okay, it's cooling down a little bit. Let's get outside a little bit. And we were working a lot all week and trying to just stay on top of things. And today was kind of like a down day where we could just chill, and that's what we're doing. We're just chilling. Michelle's back at the house, and I'm figuring, hey, it's 7 o'clock, I think, or is it 8 o'clock now? I think it's 8 o'clock. Before it gets too late out, I want to go for a little walk, enjoy the evening. All right, let's flip it around. What is it, guys? Where this path takes us today, I don't know where I'm going. That's typically the way it is with me and Michelle anyway. We start a trip sometimes. We have no idea where we're going until the car gets us there. Okay, we're back. I knew that we would have a little issue once we switched off of the Wi-Fi. Be good to go now. But like I was saying, yesterday was a day I had no idea what we wanted to do. We had a cancellation for one of our jobs. And typically I would just say, maybe we could do this, hooba hoop, hoba hoop. Happy Saturday, absolutely. Happy Saturday, hoba hoop. I am live, but I'm not with the GoPro. The GoPro, all this is that it will not stay live without Wi-Fi. You got to have your Wi-Fi connected to either your Android or your tablet, and then with the tablet you connect that to the GoPro. And what happened the other night was I ended up getting too far away from the tablet, and it lost its connection. And like in this case, when I have my Android phone going, once I get disconnected from the Wi-Fi, it'll switch over automatically to roaming data. So that's why we're still live. Before, if I would have done this with the GoPro, I would have lost connection with you guys, and that would have been the end of it. And now Candace is trying to call me. Can't take the call right now, Candace. They went, that's what, just getting ready to say, yesterday was the day where we had, okay, sorry about that, guys. In and out once in a while here. Hope everything is better, though, for you guys now. But again, what happened yesterday was we had a cancellation in the afternoon. And I said to Michelle, I have no idea what I want to do, but I will reach out to Candace, who just was trying to call. And I said, what are your plans for today? Do you guys got any idea what you want to do? Because she works Sunday through Thursday, and typically she has Friday, Saturday off from her work. M. Hayes is here too. Looks like you're going on a little nice walk and a nice. Yes, yeah, it's nice over here. But I want to get some steps in. Today has been a down day. We had our usual work in the morning, and I wanted to get. Dr. Suss is in. Dr. Suss is in about the in and out of the connection. So let me. Teresa Sparks, all the usual suspects are in. Welcome in, Teresa or Sir. So yeah, I was saying that we wanted to do something, but I had no idea what we wanted to do. And then Candace said, "Hey, I have $100 in free play here," and me and her husband gave me and Michelle an open invitation to go with them to Mountaineer. So I'm like, well, hey, I am all in with that. You get to drive. Someone is going to drive me. That's a bonus right there. And of course, I asked Michelle, and she was good with that. This is Northeast Ohio. It's like a eastern suburb of Cleveland. Yeah, Lake County. It's considered Lake County over here. And this is Euclid Avenue up ahead over here. And Euclid Avenue, if you take it west, will take you straight into downtown Cleveland. And it's basically Route 20. And Route 20 pretty much goes across the entire country. When we went to South Dakota last year, we were on Route 20 a lot. So it was kind of fun to think that we could just stay on Route 20 all the way home if we wanted to. So we ended up going to the Mountaineer, and we had dinner with Mike and Candace at this restaurant called Connie's Corner. It's in Weirton, I believe, Weirton, West Virginia. I had the baked cod, and Michelle had the fried cod with potatoes, and mine came with coleslaw and fresh cut fries. It was like $15.95. Sorry about that again. Like out sometimes with the connection over here. But his steak was than he wanted it to, and that's a bummer because it's one thing when the steak is underdone, you could always throw it back on the grill. But if it's overcooked, that's pretty much the end of it, you know. Yeah, it's been on and off for a while. We got Christopher Bako in. Where can I fire my gun at? What? I don't know. Not in any city areas. You got to go out to the sticks. But I'll tell you, there have been some gunshots going off in this area lately. You could hear them going off at night. That's why I don't like to stay out late after 11 o'clock anymore, because it's just not safe like you would want it to be. Nothing good happens late at night. That's all I'll say. Did it rain? Oh gosh, I'm glad that you brought that up, Jay Kane. I woke up at 4:30 in the morning with it starting to thunder and rain, and Michelle was already in the car to go to work. She had the car on, and the engine was running to get the air running on it. Well, there was literally a skunk right by the car, okay? And I had no option but to go right past the skunk to get into the car because it was already starting to rain. And I was like, it sprayed. It didn't get me, but you could smell the skunk smell in the area. And that was like a pretty bad way to start the day, you know, having a run-in with a skunk as you walk out the door. Multiple times, I could tell you, I have ready to leave in the morning at 4:30, and I turn on the light outside the back door, and you can actually see the skunk standing there waiting for me. So don't always think that they're not around. They are definitely around waiting to do their nastiness, okay? Fortunately, I was able to get in the car and not have it ruin my day, but it was a very close call. Have you guys ever had a Big B coffee? That's kind of new here. They have these really good tropical blend. They're not smoothies. They have like mixed fruit in it, like pineapple, strawberry, and lemonade or whatever. Oh, they're so good. To mix it all up, and that's where I play cards at. How you doing? Playing cash tonight? There you go. That's Boris. He's one of the regular card players over here, and he actually won the tournament the other night. So, yeah, they have these rebuy tournaments on Monday morning or Monday evening at 6 o'clock, and you can buy in for $20, and you can, every time you get eliminated, you could rebuy for another $20. And I have a policy where I'm in it for 20 bucks, and then I'm done. What the heck is that? Look at that in the sky over there. You see that little line in the sky? What the hell is that? That's kind of weird. So let's keep going. It's still okay. I want to head this way, you guys. This is Wickliffe, Ohio. We got Ralph Jenkins. Hi, Ralph. Happy Saturday night. Ralph has been a regular also lately. He's been binge watching a lot of our older videos. We have to be carefully letting. Yeah, it was kind of. Brad F, how did the flooring job go? It came out really well, actually. And thanks for asking. It wasn't really that bad. Okay, it had the reason why I was there doing that job is because the guy that does the cleaning there, his name is Anthony. He does the regular general maintenance of the place, and he knows that I do a good job on floors. So he brought me in to strip and wax it for him because the dentist doesn't care. He didn't really give a crap one way or the other. But Anthony said, listen, if I'm going to work here, I want the floor to look right when I clean it. So I came in there and you could tell. Okay, I'm back on. There you go. Dr. Suss, you guys stuck around. Thank you for hanging in there. Yeah, I walked from that sign down there to here while we were out. Figured it would come back on eventually. Let me make sure I want to let it get caught up before I keep walking over here. This is Wycliffe Beverage over here. Wycliffe Eagles Club. Adam Michelle from the Great Indoors live. Welcome everyone. We're in Wycliffe, Ohio, our hometown area. We're not really doing any adventures today, just hanging with you guys. But we're planning on doing something tomorrow. I've never been to Port Clinton before. And I'm thinking we may end up doing a road trip to Port Clinton if the weather holds up. There's a restaurant that Michelle picked out, a seafood restaurant. Have you guys ever been to Port Clinton before? It's where you pick up the ferries to go out to the islands, Put-in Bay and Kelly's Island. So yeah, that's definitely something that I would want to give it a go. I don't think we'll be live streaming. Oh, you see a lot of those car days where people are getting those cars. Saw a lot of that. You see a lot of that in touristy areas. You also see it up in Geneva on the lake. You get a lot of people doing that. Just a nice little walk with you guys. Just chilling it out. Get out of the house a little bit, you know. Today was more or less a recharge the battery day and just enjoy the afternoon. Not really doing much. I just put out a little short from our favorite Chinese restaurant that we go to at least once a week. It's a New Chinatown Buffet. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's not more than a minute long, but it gives you a good idea if you're ever in the Menor area and you want to get a good buffet at a very fair price. $8.99 for lunch, $11.99 for dinner. It's unbelievable how much you get for that amount of money. It's crazy, but you can't go wrong with that place. We also have a buffet video coming out, King Tandor's Indian Cuisine. It's a buffet, lunch buffet. We put that video together this week, and it's in Solon area. And I feel bad for the people that live in the Solon area because Nestle is cutting back. I don't know if they're completely shutting down operation over there, but like 180 jobs are going to be lost over there. Good paying jobs. And that's the people that make Stouffer's, frozen foods and stuff like that. Area. All those businesses that count on that income for people that work over there, that's going to be brutal. Barbara, the bee is yeah. I bought a bug zapper today for when I'm outside cooking on the grill. It's this electrical thing that you wave and it basically takes down the little flies. We've had, with it being so hot, we've been getting a lot of these little bugs and midges from Canada. They call them Canadian soldiers. They're such a pain in the dupa. Now that's kind of weird now, because I'm just got done walking in the same area that I was walking before, and I had no connection going that way, and now the connection is back. I don't understand. So I was trying to show you guys the mean mugs over here, or mug shots, when the internet went out. So I'm going to give it another try and see if we could keep it going. I saw some activity going on over here where people were working at it. So maybe something else is coming in here. I don't know. But that used to be a bar in there. I could tell you, with all honesty, I've never been in there. But I'm a little surprised that it's no longer operating, because I thought they were doing pretty good. But we're going to keep on heading back this way in the general vicinity of our house. Thank you for coming in and joining me on this Saturday afternoon. Nice little walk around town, just to get out of the house for a little bit and talk with you guys. Duchelle, these midges are annoying but good for the first fish in the lake. Yeah, they eat them. So more midges. That's true. Yeah. I love fishing, especially over there in Fairport Harbor. Yeah, you get a lot of those little bugs by the water over there. But I'll tell you, it's not as bad when you go out onto the pier. There's like a lot of vegetation that you got to walk through to get out to the pier, and there's a lot of them around there. But once you get out onto the pier further, not so much. But now is not really the best time to go fishing because of the heat. You want to fishing off the lake is best in the fall and in the spring, but not so much in the middle of the summertime. Unless you have a boat where you could get out on the boat and do some serious walleye fishing, then you're in business. Speaking of going out on the boat, next weekend, Jason and Kathy from Ohio Cat are coming to our neck of the woods, and they have like a little time. It's like a Airbnb, right? And we're going to be spending the weekend with them. And on Saturday of next week, we're going to take them around town, show them the Cleveland Museum of Art, maybe dinner at Little Italy. And in the evening, we're going to go to the Good Time 3 and have an evening cruise, a nighttime cruise of Lake Erie, showing the lights of Cleveland at night. And I think that's going to be pretty awesome. We're getting some chats in over here that I didn't even see. What is the last thing that goes through a bug's mind when he hits a windshield? His butt. Yeah. You know, Fat Joint Simon, I totally understand. And I'll tell you, it's hard for a lot of people who watch to comment on videos anyway, because they're probably watching. 75% of our viewers are watching us on their TV. And I could tell you, I watch videos on the TV as well, and it's next to impossible to comment on a video when you're watching it on TV. You actually have to get your phone out and type it in that way. So that's a step that maybe a lot of people don't want to take. But I do appreciate the comments that you guys give me. There's a lot of them that are constructive criticism, and I appreciate that, because you know, I'm a work in progress, and so is Michelle. We're always trying to do whatever we can to improve our channel. And if there's something that we're doing that doesn't seem like you know it's right, or even like when I miswrite Coca-Cola, I end up spelling it wrong, Coca with a C-O-C-A, when it's just C-O-C-A, not C-O-O, whatever. Anyway, Yeah, I'm a master of mispronunciation and misspelling, okay? I'm trying, but that's part of who I am, okay? I am not perfect, and I never claimed to be perfect, and that's fine, as long as you guys accept that. The Lake County Fair is also going on this weekend. Tomorrow's its last day. Ohio State Fair is also going on. I don't know if the Lake County Fair ends today. It may go out a little further. I don't know. Fairs usually last a little bit longer, but it's been going on since Tuesday, so it might be over by the end of this weekend. And we're doing the... Okay, we're back. Ganley. Again, Indiana State Fair, August 16th. It's a Saturday. If you guys are in the area of Indiana, come on down. I was thinking about meeting up with people at a buffet on that Friday night when we get into town. We're going to get there Friday evening, get dinner in around that area. Haven't figured out what buffet. I think Michelle already figured it out, but I can't remember which one it was. I thought she would have been in the chat by now. But... And we got Gus. Hello, Ed. I love the channel. Thank you. Howdy, Ed, from Billy and Melissa in New York. Beautiful. And then Aztec, could you get a good shot of the gray house on the left? It looks really cool. Oh, wait. Let me go back. And then we got Fat Joint Simon, Mike Cat. Jason Meows got Pancreatic. He's a big fan. Can wish. That's hilarious that you say that, because Michelle watches Blaine Klein from Spinning and Winning Slots. Our cats just stare at the TV because they love his when he's talking. You know, there's certain, and Rick D is it. Hey Ed, we're gonna get rain tonight. Yeah. Holland, Michigan, beautiful. I've been up to Michigan, that area too. It's a beautiful area up there. I was actually throwing the idea around with Candace and Mike to go up to Petoskey and spend a few days up there and explore the Mackinac Island from there. This is an old house over here. It's for sale too. You know, you see houses like this and you wonder if they're actually haunted, you know. You're in Geneva, Ohio. Beautiful. Aren't you in Florida? I thought you lived in Florida now. What are you doing in Geneva? Well, welcome in. Sorry about the connection being in and out. Someone is living there right now. This is the house, Joe Gentili. I think that's the house you were talking about, right? Pretty cool. Now let's try this again to see if we can avoid getting disconnected, you guys. I once did a video over here at the Wycliffe Cemetery. Let me know if you want me to visit the cemetery. I'll take you over to the cemetery. I'll be, and that's my other channel. Newton Falls, Ohio. Considering going, I've been, that you're gonna, come on, Elon Musk. And next weekend is going to be the fest over here at Borromeo Seminary. A lot of people are they're starting to get geared up for that. And what makes that rough is that the people are all over the place on our street, and you can't get in and out. That's why I like to plan a road trip, get out of town when that's going on, because it makes it undrivable after that. And if you guys know anything about Lake County, Route 84, starting August 4th, is going to be under construction for about a few weeks, because they're going to resurface it. And that makes our route to the freeway, we're going to have to use Euclid Avenue more, because that's going to be all messed up all the way through Wycliffe and into Willoughby, Ohio. So anyone that lives along 84 and uses 84 going to the freeway, if you're watching this, you start making your plans to go different ways, because it's going to be a nightmare. This is like what my father-in-law and Michelle used to do. They a Subaru. I almost got a Subaru Forester. Let me see what they're asking for the Subaru. 28 miles in the city, 30. Now that's the kind of car that I like. Something not too massive, just sporty enough for me and Michelle. Random person, Rick. I love Geneva. We totally vacationed there. Yeah, we haven't even done a video praying for Jason. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that about your kitty cat. That's rough. When one of our cats goes missing because they like to explore our house, and Michelle doesn't want them ever going down into the basement, but I'm like, let them explore. They want to, have free range. Let them. Cats want to. They don't want to be cornered into one floor. They want to get around and she's like, oh, what if they ran away? Oh my God. I'm like, they did not run away. They know where they have it good. They're not going to leave the house. Thank you, Barbara. Yeah. But I've been at it for 33 minutes. Pretty fun. I'm going to take you over to here by the Borromeo Seminary area. Walk around over there. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're new to the Great Indoors with Ed and Michelle. Oh, there's some kids playing soccer over there. That's pretty cool. Oh, God, what the hell was that? Okay. So there you go. Yeah, this used to have cars. What's going on with no cars over here? Man. Anyway. Oh, there's a beautiful breeze over here, guys. I love it. I got my hair cut the other day, just so you know. I was getting tired of dealing with all of it, and I like it like this, nice and short. Michelle says that I'm entering the armed forces now, but I don't think they'll take me. But I love it nice and cut like this. I won't have to wear a hat as much. Pretty cool. All right, guys, we're going to end it here. I do appreciate you guys coming in on this unannounced live stream. I know it's not fair to not give you guys some kind of notice about it, but trust me, my mind is always turning, trying to think of new ways to get you guys content, and that's never going to stop. I do appreciate it all. Love you. Sorry Michelle wasn't able to join us, but she's there with us in spirit. Love you all. Have a great rest of your night, guys. Have a good night, Don.